My online audience. There's my brother. Imagine a high school where students are free to pursue their passions without the constant pressure of being ranked against their peers. Today we'll explore the flaws of the valedictorian system and why it should be eliminated in favor of a more holistic approach to education. An article called from the Conversation posted on May 14, 2019 states that emphasis on competition and awards in academics sometimes leads to problematic measurements of learning. The valedictorian system places undue stress on students, encourages a narrow focus on academic achievement, and stifles their exploration of diverse interests or goals. First, we'll examine the valedictorian system and how it places an unhealthy emphasis on GPA points. Then we'll discuss how it detracts from the joy of learning, and finally, we'll propose a different solution to the valedictorian system. Let's now dive into the shortcomings of the valedictorian system. So the valedictorian system encourages students to prioritize GPA and personal growth. The pursuit of becoming a valedictorian often leads to students to set unrealistic goals and comprising their well-being. According to the College Vine blog in October 27, 2016, valedictorians and salutatorians tend to have near perfect or perfect grades on the most rigorous courses. Students self-associate themselves with grades as their self-worth, creating an unhealthy environment for them to learn in. The fear of engaging in non-academic activities such as sports or arts is present, which is due to them being worth less points compared to AP courses or honors courses. And this takes away from students exploring less stressful and more enjoyable subjects. The valedictorian system undermines the value of diverse interests and limits students' exploration. An article from Teen Life posted on June 19, 2014, explains that the competition for this distinction among students is so fierce that they avoid more creative courses like art and photography, where the grading system might be subjective, enhancing their ability to get a B in the course, which would ruin their chances of gaining a top spot. Students feel pressured to take only AP or honors classes to boost the GPA. The focus on GPA diminishes the joy of learning and hampers students' ability to discover their true passions. Now that we have seen the negative effects of the valedictorian system learning experience, let's explore the societal cause of the problem. And the societal pressure for success contributes to the valedictorian system's emphasis on academic achievement. A society places high expectations on being successful and getting a job with high pay. An article from ASHA Leader in May 2018 explains that a professor takes advantage of futuristic concerns by saying that students would never make it through the undergraduate or communication sciences or whatever, and that if they don't have an overall GPA that is above 3.5, they should just try to commit to easier schools. The environment in which students grow up is centered around succeeding and securing top jobs for the future. Parents and professors, influenced by societal norms, expectations of kids, leading students to internalize the pressure to excel academically or else face the consequences without getting a job or ending up homeless. The environment in which students grow up in is centered around succeeding and securing top jobs. So students themselves put unreasonable expectations on their academic performance due to these societal norms. Students may feel obligated to fulfill their parents' expectations and societal standards by pushing themselves to extremes and achieve top grades and be recognized as valedictorians at the #1 spot. An article from ASHA Leader in May 2018 explains that even though many of us feel that we have to be the best and are trying to be our best, and therefore should not be making any mistakes, the truth is we are here to learn. The fear of failure, which is a general idea in life, and not meeting these expectations further fuels their drive to prioritize academic achievements over personal growth in general subjects. Now that we have identified the societal cause of the valedictorian system's emphasis on academic achievement, let's explore the proposed solution that embraces a more inclusive approach to education. So implementing a system that recognizes the academic achievement, but more on a margin kind of scale. Replace the valedictorian system with an approach that celebrates academic excellence while embracing the diversity of talents and an interest among students. As we know, there is nothing wrong with recognizing the academic excellence in students. But however, the article Delta Capon in March 2014 explains that the selection process is based on the ranking order of graduates, which with each student pitted against all others for each singular distinction. Adopting a system that recognizes the top performing students based on GPA without singling out a single valedictorian would cancel the pursuit for a singular position. The same article talks about the land honor system, similarly used by colleges and universities that requires a specific GPA to achieve cum laude or magna cum laude or summa cum laude. And these are margins. This idea is on the right track to implementing margins where if you complete a certain amount of GPA, you place in a margin, and then the next margin is a higher academic achievement, and the next one's a higher one. So it's easier to achieve. Aside from the new system, we need to generally promote a culture that values personal growth, collaboration, and well-roundedness. Encouraging students to pursue their passions, explore different subjects, and engage in extracurricular activities is very important for their personal growth. An article from ASHA Leader in May 2018 suggests that practices that would help pressure students with their mental health, listing that you are not alone, embrace and support one, form a study group, and talk to your teachers and supervisors are all tips offered. Fostering a supportive environment with people that actually care about your development will nurture an overall development of students. With the proposed alternatives in both the systems, we can now create an educational environment that values individuality and promotes a well-rounded development. We have explored how valedictorian systems place undue pressure on students, hampers their education, and their ability to explore diverse interests. By eliminating the valedictorian system and embracing a more inclusive system with margins, we'll work towards a more well-rounded development of the student. Let us advocate for the elimination for the valedictorian system, similar to some of these universities, and promote a well-rounded development that fosters a holistic education. By freeing students of the pressures of being ranked by numbers or GPA points, we can empower them to pursue passions, especially in the arts and the crafts, or photography or sports, and cultivate a love for learning.
Very, very nice.
So my online audience and the cards.